Hello, welcome to Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft. This is Richard, and it's a Saturday. It's the 18th. I know what today is. Saturday the 18th. It is my wife and I's wedding anniversary today, and I had class, and now I'm out in the woods. So we're going to walk around and see if any of the foxtail grass is ready to be picked. I came out here last week and probably got anywhere from a fourth to a half a cup of grass. I did a lot better than a seed. I did a lot better than I thought I would do, but most of it was still not ready to be picked. So I'm going to come back out here today, since we're out here at Kilo Sierra, and I am going to see if it's ready to be gotten today. I hope it is. I would like some more. What I have will suffice, but I always want some more. So when I get to an area that has the grass, and we will see. I definitely will not be going over a mile. A mile will be the limit, because there's plenty of places between here and there that have good patches of this grass. So here we are with the first one that I found, and I've got one that's ready and one that is somewhat ready. So I'm going to take my jar, collect up as much of the seed as I can. And move on. It looks like to me, as I'm walking down the trail here, and I'm on the bike trail, it's a paved trail, it looks like somebody's been through here with a weed whacker or a lawnmower and mowed down a lot of these weeds. And unfortunately, this foxtail grass gets chopped down, and then I can't collect the seeds. So I still have a mile to go. Well, a mile to my destination where I will stop, and then that mile back. So I should be able to find a little bit, I hope. So we'll continue on and we'll see. Yeah, it's looking like the mow team that comes through here, 'cause this right here was inundated with that foxtail, and they've come through here and cut this all down. Probably shortly after I came out here last week, came through and cut it all down. I guess I understand why they do it. This is a public county trail, so they want to maintain it, but they're not making my tasks any easier. So I got off the path a little bit, which is beyond those trees right there, and I got here into this field, and look, there we got some really good ones here, but again, most of them are still green. Now this variety is not going to give me the seed that I want, and unfortunately there's more of that, and it's ready to go. But what I want is that right there, but there seems to be a little bit here for me to gather. So I'll get what I can from here, and then I'll continue on. So I think to help improve my chances of getting more seed, I'm going to walk this field, try to hit the stuff that's here. That right there. And on the way back, I'll hit the trail. That way I'll kill two birds with one stone. I also considered coming out here and getting some soybeans, although these soybeans aren't grown for human consumption. They're grown for feed, but I was kind of wondering how they would taste if I ground those up. So I don't know, maybe in a little while, a few days, next time I get a chance, maybe I'll come and grab a small bucket of these and grind these up and see what they taste like as flour. So it's starting to get a little dark out here. I've been out for a while. I don't really have a lot, but I'm supposed to be out here again tomorrow, so I think I'm gonna head back and we'll just finish this task up tomorrow. So as you can see, once I get back on the trail and out from the open area, it's rather dark. It's really too dark to be finding these seeds as it is. So we're supposed to be coming back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday and the Colts are playing. I think they're playing the Rams, and we're supposed to be coming back out here so we can watch the game. So maybe I'll find some time before or after the game to get out here and maybe do a little bit more. So until then, I'll get right back with you guys. All right, so it's the next day. Colts just lost. Oh well. So I'm gonna get out here and take about a mile trip down and a mile trip back. So I'll get a couple miles of walk in, and let's see how much more grass seed I can gather. So far, that's what I've got from yesterday. So let's see what we can't add to that. So I made it to about where I was at last night when I had to give up because it was getting so dark. So now I am going to just gonna stay on the path, collect what I can, or am I gonna go back into the field and then get it on? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go into the field. Here's the actual spot anyway. I'm gonna go into the field and continue to collect from where I was at last night, and then when I get at the end of the field, I'll be able to come back down the trail and gather from there. But this field was producing some pretty decent opportunities, a lot more than I've seen out on there, so this will give me some opportunity to collect some more here, I think, and a better opportunity. So here we go. This is absolutely producing better than what I've seen on that trail. Okay, now is a good time. A lot of these have turned. The birds are starting to really get at them too, so this is a good time to get them. This is like the 19th of September. So I'm just going to keep gathering as long as I possibly can without getting too tired and bored. It's looking like the majority of them at this point here are still green. I don't know. Maybe got a little bit more. Got maybe about half a cup. I'm debating on whether I want to continue on. I mean, it's not that much further, but none of these are ready to be picked. So I think I might find my way out of here and start heading back down the trail back. Looks like something was laying down here. It's not looking like there's any way of getting back on the trail from here. Well, guess I just keep plugging along. Maybe I'll come across another section that is viable to be collecting. Alrighty, well, I found an out and I'm going to take it. Get back on the trail. So I just came through there and I'm going to head back. And if I see anything else, I'll collect it. But I think that's it for me today. So all in all, yeah, maybe a half a cup. Each one of those marks is a cup. Maybe got myself a half a cup. So these don't look very viable. I think most of the seed, especially on this trail. Oh, chipmunk. Most of the seed that's on this trail has either been gotten by birds or has been mowed down. But we'll see. I don't really expect much, but I'm just glad for what I did get. And if anything exciting happens, I will get back with you. And again, right here is since we're coming up on it, this is a great example. This was full of those foxtails. Somebody came through here and mowed down half of it. So anyway, man, it's getting really close to time for me to get a new camera. So my camera stopped working. I was trying to record some more stuff and the camera stopped working for 5 or 10 minutes. So anyway, I think it's about time this camera gets retired. So I'd like to talk a little bit about this foxtail grass. There's a lot of fantastic things about it, and one of the really great things that I think is about it is that it's a grass and it grows wild on roadsides and fields. And most people, even people who are prepper attitude or survivalists or things to that nature, even most of them kind of overlook this kind of stuff. When I first started collecting this stuff, I looked on YouTube and tried to find some information about it, and there was nothing out there. I couldn't find a single thing about this grass and about people gathering it and creating flour out of it. I'm not saying there isn't any out there. I'm just saying I couldn't find anything. So I had a great time experimenting with this and seeing if it would work. And if you guys haven't seen those videos, I suggest that you go digging around my channel and look for those. It's really common, at least where I'm at. It's really common, and it's just on the roadside and in fields. It's that simple, and nobody really pays attention to it. This is a great example right here, is because they just mow it down, but it makes a wonderful flour. Also, I could use the seeds not only for flour, but to set for traps for small game. I'm sure squirrels and birds and things to that nature eats it. I know birds will eat it, and I'm pretty sure that squirrels and chipmunks and rabbits and all sorts of little critters will eat it, so you could use it for bait. Absolutely. Lastly, at least for this video, I think it would be fantastic to keep some of it back and plant it. Now, I like hunter-gatherer type attitude. With a pure hunter-gatherer attitude, you have to move with the food supply. There's just no way around that. In a 100% hunter-gatherer way of life, you have to move with the food supply. Now, you can find a happy medium, I'm sure, as with a hunter-gatherer slash, and stay in a particular area. And that's kind of how I am. We stay in a particular geographical area, yet I still enjoy the hunter-gatherer type attitude and ideas. So I could take some of this seed and plant it, and that would supply me with a good amount of this seed every year, so I don't have to come out here all the time and look for it and gather up seed. I could, if I had a place, I could plant a nice section of an area with it, and then I could come back at this time again next year and be able to collect it up, and I wouldn't have to worry about if I'm going to find it, where I'm going to find it, how long it's going to take me to gather up, and everything like that. I could plant my a personal or private little section of some woods or something to that area with this seed, so that each year I have a supply that I can go to and gather up. Now, even if I could do that, which I'm not going to do that next year, I'm not going to most likely seed an area, but even if I did, and it being a public area, most likely if I could find a spot that wouldn't get mowed down and was still public and I had access to it, I don't think anybody that was even walking around would bother with it, because most people I have found really don't have a clue at how valuable, at least to me, how valuable those seeds are. It makes a wonderful flower, and if, of course, you guys are going to have to wait until next year, because it's September 19th for me now, and it's going to be at least the end of January or maybe even February by the time you see this video. So if you had any seed, you know, you get into March and April planting, you could plant it at that point and just have you a good supply of it for when you did need it for in September, which is when it's time to pick. So that's what I think about the foxtail grass. I love it. I wish I could find a better supply of it, and I wish I didn't have to travel so much and go so many different places to collect enough of it to make a small amount of flour. But right now that's what I have to do, and I think that I may save some back, find a spot maybe, but if I can think about it before I grind it all up, I'll save a small batch back and maybe plant it somewhere and see if I can't get some of this to grow in an area that I have access to, but again, nobody would really mess with. So again, thank you guys for watching Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft, and enjoy the outdoors, even if it's just your own backyard.